Welcome to Puff Pass Connect. We are an online channel whose mission is to spotlight cannabis-centered events that are inclusive, queer, and minority-owned. My name is Princeton, and here I have...
I'm Made Content. I'm Maddie Scanlon from High Focus Media.
High Focus Media is an Illinois-based content marketing agency that holds ideas and visuals for the cannabis and wellness space. Their services range from influencer-driven campaigns, event production, and social media management. High Focus Media helps brands spark real conversations and build vibrant communication. Today we're meeting with Maddie, the founder of High Focus Media. My first question to you is, what is a superpower you wish that you had and why?
Well, nowadays I wish I could teleport so I could get places faster and then just, be more places I gotta be.
Okay. Well, if I had to give mine would be telepathy, because
that's a good one.
I would like to move so many things in my mind. What is the story behind your company?
In 2022, I started to look around and realize that there wasn't any coherency in the cannabis creator space. Everyone was kind of in their own silo, partly because of the pandemic, making it hard for people to meet each other when the cannabis community here was forming in Illinois when it started in 2020 recreationally. I sought out a whole bunch of people and tried to make a collective of influencers and ended up with my current partners now, and we are just really all about fitting the needs of the current state. So we thought we'd be making a ton of content, and that's what we'd be all about, but we actually ended up diving into events even more than we ever imagined at the beginning. I'm very grateful for the journey we've been on, but it looks a lot different now than it did when we first started thinking about High Focus Media.
What are some things that you look out for when collaborating with other businesses?
We're all about making sure that, people are having a good, unique experience. So we love working with people who have those unique angles or something about it that's worth coming out for. People don't know to smoke outside of their houses, so they kind of need, whether it's the connection they've had through a brand in the dispo, in the smoke shop, online, bringing that to an in-person event is so important for us. So that's why we really love working with people like Jungle K, who brings his own audience out to the events. We work with a group called the Cannabis Hall of Fame. So it's everybody being able to bring all the different types of people together under unique things to do together with cannabis all as the backbone.
How do you identify the right influencers to feature?
For us, it's just kind of all about are you gonna put in the time and work to make it happen? It doesn't happen miraculously. When there's an event, there's usually hours and hours of planning, and somebody's got to do that. So if you're able to have good connections with the sponsors that are needed to fund an event, to the people who are going to come to the event, we definitely look for people who have that kick in. But at the same time, we also just like people who have good ideas. One of our best collaborations is the Urban Legends Cup, which doesn't come from an influencer group. It comes from a group of true passionate growers who have an idea that we resonated with, and we said, heck yeah, let's throw your event. So really it's all just about what they bring to the table. If the idea is super cool and they're willing to make it happen, we're here for it.
How do you ensure that your brands are inclusive? What's your North Star?
Well, we really just invite everyone to be a part. Here we are today at Blaze Bakery, that is a hemp THC based place. And then later today we'll be at the Honeycomb Hideout, which is also hemp THC. But then this weekend we're kicking with a bunch of cannabis brands in basically a bar that also serves hemp drinks. So for us, it's just about making sure that everyone knows what we're doing, and any brand can approach us and ask what's going on and how can I get involved, Especially as we're able to grow and have more than one event a month, which has been really exciting this summer. It just leads even more collaboration. Just yesterday we were talking to a new space about another monthly thing to do, so it's really exciting to see what people want to do with us.
And then my final question is, what are the next steps for High Focus Media? Are there any new services or projects that we should be looking forward to?
For sure. So we actually just made the ability for people to join High Focus Media. So we've always had the idea of being a collective of creators, but we really leaned into these events with the community. So we're now what do we do? So with all the extra events coming, we just want to have one blanket membership where you can just come out to all our events, not worry about RSVPs, but also the creator membership allows us to kind of share our sauce. People can ask us, hey, how did you do this? How did you do that? And we can share our templates, how do you do a contract? How do you send an invoice? Simple things like that. We want to be able to provide to creators so they have all the tools they need to make it happen.
Well, thank you so much for answering my questions for today. And thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for Puff Pass Connect to look for more businesses that we'll be promoting. Have a wonderful day.